Was the nativity all about aliens? Now, we know the story of the nativity, right? From the Virgin Mary to the three wise men, and obviously the angels coming down from the sky. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about whether the nativity is less about a happy Christmas story about the Son of God and more of an ancient account of an alien encounter. If that sounds like something you'd like to watch, then click that like button right now, subscribe and ding that bell because it's all coming up right after this. Hey, welcome back to Real Wizardry, where we make your life more magical. My name's Neil, it says so down there, and I'm going to be your magical host. And in today's video, we're getting all Christmassy, obviously, by talking about whether the Christmas nativity story is actually about aliens. I'm going to try to break it down and explain what happens from a slightly alien point of view. And firstly, the whole story doesn't start with a pregnancy.
No, definitely not.
It actually starts with an angel coming down from the heavens. Now, in this story, the angel was called Gabriel, and this is the same angel, by the way, that appears to Noah, Zechariah, and even Muhammad. He spans Judaism, Catholicism, Islam, and various sects. You've got to be very careful how you say that on YouTube, like the Church of Latter-day Saints. Now, Gabriel is called the strength of God, but most people know him as the messenger angel. But taking the whole thing as if it's an alien encounter, I find it rather interesting how heaven is always thought to be in the sky, or up. Now, we know nowadays, of course, that the Earth is round, unless you're a weirdo science-denying moron, in which case, please leave this channel immediately, because either you'll be offended right now, or by this channel in the future. I don't care. Go away. So, if the sky is actually all around us at the same time, it's essentially just another term for space. Then, if angels come from space, that's kind of evidence of extraterrestrials right there. But there's more. So much more. Images of angels used to have a halo on, right? But this wasn't like some kind of ring light or flaming donut around their heads. Renaissance painters, like this one, show a big helmet of light around their head. Could this be a spacesuit helmet that observers just didn't really understand at the time? Okay, so around 2,000 years ago, someone popped down to Earth from space and they glowed and could fly. And that's what the wings are all about, by the way. Ancient scriptures, the original scripture, doesn't mention anything about wings, but that was kind of an interpretation because if these things could fly, they must have had wings, because that's the only way for anything to fly when on Earth. Certainly 2,000 years ago anyway. So a flying person wearing maybe a space helmet came down to a virgin called Mary. And that's a mistranslation as well, by the way, because virgin in Aramaic is the same as the word for young lady, but I digress. This being says that a superior intelligence of some sort is going to give Mary a child. Sounds a bit like an alien abduction story to me, especially when you look at the original scriptures that say that rather than Mary having the angel Gabriel round for a nice friendly cup of tea, she ascended to the heavens, had a chat, and then came back down again. And yes, I'm paraphrasing. Well, maybe she was just taken onto a spaceship or something. Who knows? Alright, let's move on. And on. Follow that star, that shining light to the heavens. Of course, stars don't tend to move much, do they? You know the song, We Three Kings. Did you know that when it comes to the Nativity, the Bible actually makes no mention of kings?
Surprise!
They were just wise men. And again, nobody said that there were three. Sometimes they do quote these names. They do have names, sure. There are three names mentioned: Balthazar, Melchior, and Caspar. It's weird. I remember them because Balthazar from the movie The Sorcerer's Apprentice, the Milky Bar Kid from Melchior, don't know why, and I always forget Caspar because, well, it's just not spelt the same as this, is it? Okay, so we don't know whether there were three or more than three, but never mind the number of friendly ghosts that did turn up. We have some wise men following something in the sky that shone brightly and presumably moved. Also, this is perhaps a bit of a stretch, but shepherds were tending their flocks by night, apparently, and when they saw the star hovering over the stable where the baby Jesus was being born, they left their flock and came to give thanks. Firstly, I'm pretty sure that we can all agree stars don't really hover, but if they did, shepherds don't leave their flock. Ever. They even sleep among them, either in a shepherd's hut that can move with the flock, or just sleeping in a field among the sheep. They would, however, leave the herd if they saw the need, like to offer one of the sheep as a sacrifice to the aliens. Now this might sound crazy, but do you remember the angel of death from the Passover? That's from the Old Testament or the Torah. If I was a shepherd in those days and I saw this kind of thing, I'd probably want to offer up some sheep's blood as a sacrifice too. The scriptures say that the shepherds offered lambs to the baby Jesus. Maybe. Were they sacrificed? Who knows? And why the baby Jesus? Is he some sort of hybrid? Well, maybe again, but I'll come on to that in just a moment. Before we do, let's talk about the other gifts. Gold, a great conductor of electricity, very useful for those aliens with the need for electrical conduction, which is probably every technologically advanced alien anyway. There's actually nothing better than gold, and that's why you've got gold in your own mobile phone. Jesus himself is described as the morning star or the light in the east. Could Jesus himself be an alien, or at least a half-alien hybrid? Perhaps that's a topic for another Real Wizardry video. If you like this video, please click that like button right now. It tells YouTube that it was a good video and more people should see it. And remember to subscribe and ding that bell. By dinging the bell, it means that you'll never miss out on a single magic minute. So a huge shout out to these awesome people. They're my patrons and members from YouTube and Patreon, and they help me out so much. So if you want to be one of these amazing people, head on down to the link in the description. These are my social medias, check me out there and we can be best friends. I'll be back next time with some more magical awesomeness, but until next time, Merry Christmas and, as always...
Very magical.
I'll be back next time with some more magical awesomeness, but until next time, as always...